Hang on. Oh wow, this is hitting me. Welcome back and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. Now today we finally put a bow on the Take Me Back to Eden album. I've heard every single song on this album except for this one, and I've kept it that way because a lot of you guys have asked me to do a reaction to this, and I wanted to do a small thank you to everybody who's been so supportive, not just of the Sleep Token content on my channel, but in general. You've been very kind. I'm very grateful, and so this one is for you. Right, let's get stuck in. It's a long one, so there's going to be lots of long periods of listening and probably lots of long periods of speaking. Here we go. Sleep Token, Ascensionism. Let's see what you got.
Well, I know what you want from me. You want someone to be. Your reflection, your bitter deception, setting you free. So you take what you want, then leave. Who made you like this? Who encrypted your dark gospel in body language? Synapses snap back in blissful language. Tell me you met me in past lives, past light, past what might be eating me from the inside, darling. Half algorithm, half deity, glitches in the code, or gaps in a strange dream. Tell me you guessed my future and it mapped onto your fantasy. Tell me into your mannequin and I'll turn you into my puppet create.
Okay, I'm stopping here or I'm going to get carried away and listen to the whole thing. I'll go back just a little. It's very interesting to me. Apologies. It's very interesting to me how when the song starts, I'm desperately trying to find things to latch onto, to find the melody. And there's a term called entrainment, and it's to do with the coordination and synchronization of rhythms. And I find it very interesting how we're all so different in finding the validation or confirmation of that. I checked just before I started filming this reaction, and I did my first ever Sleep Token reaction back in May 2020. It's a long time ago. But just like meeting a new friend, I took my time to get to know them. I listened carefully, deeply, figured out their personality, the puzzle pieces, the formula. But even after all that time, I'm still hearing things that sound fresh and new and exciting to me. It's the sign of a band that is unrestricted and free in their songwriting process. a band that isn't scared to take risks and try new things. And just like an old friend that I've gotten to know so well, I will support and defend them because of that.
I've seen a strange dream. Tell me you guess my future and it mapped onto your fantasy. Tell me into your mannequin and I'll turn you into my puppetry. Won't you come and dance in the dark with me? Show me what you are. I am desperate to know. Nobody better than the perfect enemy. Digital demons make the night feel heavenly. Make it real, 'cause anything's better than the way I feel right now. I can offer you a blood clip paradise. Diamonds in the trees, pentagrams in the night sky. Lipstick, chemtrails, red flags, pink nails. With one eye on the door, other eye on a rail. Other eye following a scarlet trail. And the last few drops from the holy grail. Now rose gold chains, red lace cut.
That is a very important break there. There's so much that is building in this song that is layering, and it's not just in the obvious elements like the vocals, where there's the choir, where there's a duplication, where there's a harmonization. There's a lot of synth work and instrumentation that has been layered in a way that is fairly effortless, and it lines up so perfectly through the production of the song in its placement that it's hard to notice when that starts to happen. But it is easy to notice when it stops, when they pull things back so harshly, so bluntly. That is a tactic used in hip-hop quite often so that you can get a break in the beat and you can jump back in again. Now, there's a bit of a flow going here, so it makes sense stylistically. I want you to listen to that. I'll go back one more. I want you to listen to when the music pulls back after your body's gotten so accustomed to that build, that new set of audio, that canvas that is so full. It's a peek beyond the curtain.
Lipstick, chemtrails, red flags, pink nails. With one eye on the door, other eye on a rail. Other eye following a scarlet trail. And the last few drops from the holy grail. Now rose gold chains, red lace cut glass, blood stains at the collar beans. Just don't ask me, the first to the feast. Let's joke on the past and take to the broken skies of lies.
Becoming a lot more sinister.
Diamonds in the trees, pentagrams in the night sky.
Get in!
You want the same as me. My redemption.
Hang on. Oh wow, this is hitting me. Back a little. With a song this long, I had an inkling that it could go heavier. It's something that is uniquely part of their formula. They don't always do it, and they don't always do it one kind of way, which is why even if you think you know what's coming, there's still this mystique, this hidden mist, this doubt, this uncertainty, and that's why their music is so great. There's still a decent amount left in this song, so I'll let it play out after this, and I will have some thoughts, but I need to see the ending of this. No matter how big this band gets, and no matter when you join that journey, the minute you hear what we all have now heard and you fall in love with them, it's like you have this secret and you can't wait to share it. You protect it. You defend it. Sometimes we defend it too much. But one thing I don't think we're ever at risk of is losing sight of the talent of this group, whether it's your cup of tea or not. What they're doing is important, and when they're doing it is possibly even more important. The world has been a tough place for the last handful of years, and Sleep Token have been this note in my musical diary, this tattoo on my musical heart, as a bookmark for struggle, for perseverance, for love, and for new beginnings. And for that, I will be forever grateful.
As me. My redemption, eternal ascension, setting me free. So I'll take what I want, then leave.
Whoa. I don't know when my autoplay turned back on, and that's not a bad one to go into, actually. there's a lot to this. There's an infinite amount to this. And I keep feeling like Ascensionism sounds almost like a spiritual term. A process of finding some kind of higher stability state. And it's somewhat symbolic of the structure of the song, because no path to any kind of enlightenment or better is straightforward, and it starts out very peaceful, sad but peaceful, thoughtful, and it moves into something more energetic and vocal, and then something stronger, and then tougher, angrier, and it breaks, almost like you hit a wall. A moment of rest, a couple deep breaths before you have to punch again. And then you break through completely, instantly, all at once. And you're where you need to be. This album has been so important. I don't listen to albums. Gotta be careful about how I say this. I don't typically listen to albums the way most of you do. And that's because I do these videos and I don't do full album reactions, and I don't do, just one band back to back. I know there's a lot of people who kind of latch onto something that gets very popular and they just go as hard as they can at it. And it's no criticism, it's their style of what they do. I don't want to do that. This channel isn't for one band, no matter how much I love them. So I spread things out. So by the time I get to a particular song, this visualizer came out 2 months ago. So I'm not listening to them all the way through, as a lot of people do. And quite often with certain groups, I'm listening to older music while newer music has just come out or is coming out. So I'm kind of flowing directly into them without the break, without the knowledge or understanding of what's changed. And sometimes that's a real privilege. But now I'm caught up. And I do want to say something, because I'm part of a few Sleep Token groups. There's one on Discord. I will put if they're okay with it, and I'll ask them first, I will put a link to that Discord in the description below if you'd like to join. There's a bunch of really, really amazing people there. And if there's no link in the description, either I couldn't get hold of them or I didn't get permission, but hopefully. And I'm also part of one on Facebook. I don't typically use Facebook, but I am part of that. And such kind people, such amazing people. I have seen some pretty insane and wild kind of theories about what next, and some of them are intense. I would encourage you to not get wrapped up in those for a couple of reasons. One, it can create unnecessary panic amongst people who are deeply connected to this group. There are a lot more sensitive souls than myself, and we need to be aware of that. And also, it sets some kind of universal expectation that they may not want, may not align with whatever they're thinking. They may not know yet. And just let them tour, let them rest. And when they make music again, be ready to celebrate, champion it, and support them with whatever direction they've taken, because they've given us so much. It's the least we could do. What a wonderful song. I I know there's a lot of live videos out there, and I'd be very much up for listening to a couple of those. Maybe, who knows, maybe a live video or something where we just play a couple live songs, not really reactions, but just listening through together. We'll see. But it was awesome. Until the next one, please be safe, be extraordinarily nice to each other, and have a damn good day.